Thank you to McArdle for proofreading it, so the stream didn't say we're donging it. I mean, we do got to start a Patreon or
that does track for
an
our
OS
style of stream.
I'm not above making that content, but
I mean, this is the firing pin. We're here as capitalists, you know. I mean, if that's
the market,
if that's what the capitalism is
in that direction.
The firing pin weekly live stream number
close to 100.
We just call it. It's got to be over 100.
No, okay,
because we started during 2020.
Yes, but like
on Spotify,
we've only been uploading them to like everywhere.
Sure.
I hope my number's correct. I could have been off by like 1, and then like I don't know. Sometimes I get nervous, like plus or minus 3.
I say sometime soon we say show 200, and then we just start keeping track from there.
96, 90, 94. There's gonna be a 94 after this. 94.
Not bad.
That's this episode.
We pretty much do it every week,
except for last week.
Except for I mean, it's been hard. Okay.
Some weeks you're in the construction site all day. You get a little tired. You don't want to come back for the stream.
Hard.
I'm here grinding every day, building the building. It's hard.
That's me. You're making fun of me.
I'm here every day, standing around, watching everybody else build the building.
These shadows are driving me nuts behind us. What kind of studio is this?
Where is Shadow?
This isn't even a real studio. What is that?
Where?
What was that?
Bear in the Big Blue House, dude.
All right.
You don't watch Bear in the Big Blue House?
Jim, help me out here. Jim. Oh, good Thursday evening. Yes. This is the firing pin stream. No, this isn't any other kind of stream. It's a firing pin stream.
The firing pin.
Yes.
Live.
We should talk about firing pin stuff like Freedom Weekend. That's the most firing pin thing there is.
Literally the original like Freedom Festival in this area.
LFG. That's right. LFG.
Do you know what that stands for, old man?
Okay.
Let's flip and go, dude.
Now, fellas, that's not okay. We shouldn't cuss.
The FCC is going to be mad.
This is a family show. Yes. LF.
Hi, Jamlo.
You know, I genuinely missed the flags that said "Let's go, Brandon." Because I took those as like they like
inspirational.
There's no politics to that. It's just personal encouragement. Like, all right, I get it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll talk about Freedom Weekend here soon. Freedom Weekend's coming up though. You're not gonna want to miss it. It's gonna be crazy this year. It's gonna be our grand reopening.
What are we gonna do?
It's gonna be our grand reopening, and we're gonna have a lot of vendors. Tyler wants to double it. I think he said today you were finding room. I saw you like pointing all over and like
making it look like I do stuff.
The meme of like the math like overlaid on your face. Like I just saw you like staring like 1,000-yard stare. Like
how are we gonna do this?
3 different times today. He's out there like calculations flying by.
Last year, I think we had like 42 vendors. But I'm going to say we had like 38 because some people couldn't come the next. So we had roughly 40 vendors, which is I've been I've been here since the stores opened. I've been to I've worked every Freedom Weekend. And like, I remember when it was like 4 vendors.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely, we've gotten quite a following with that. We get quite a few people that turn out, and it's just a good Second Amendment event that's not a gun show.
Yeah.
It's not a competition. It's just kind of it's like
community day, the
like,
Garlic Fest or something, but like add machine guns.
Second Amendment style. Yeah. I love it. It is going to be awesome, Marianne, and we're very much looking forward to it.
What are the dates?
June 21st and 22nd. So the other cool thing about that is Park Fest. The past, probably 4 years at least, we've done it to line up with Park Fest, which is Bergen's big summer festival that they have. Is it Hickory Park over here? Yeah. Is that the name of it? They have it over here in the main park. You can like see it from the firing pin. You can see the firing pin from the park. And for the past few years, we were like, all right, let's do it on the same weekend. That way there's like some cross-pollination. Like we're bringing in people that maybe would never come to Bergen. They see that there's this festival going on. They'll go check it out. And then kind of vice versa. Like, okay, people in Bergen are just out that day. maybe they'll trickle over here too. So, we were like, this will be a good thing. And it's not that it was bad. The trouble was we couldn't really participate in ParkFest. So there's this like giant community day that we're not a part of because we're doing like our own thing.
Yeah.
And so like no one approached us or, we didn't want to make a thing of it, obviously, but we were just like, you know what, like, let's go back to doing it on a different weekend this year. We'll do our own separate thing. Cause now we can participate. We can do the parade in ParkFest. We can put up a booth. We can do all sorts of cool shit at ParkFest just to be part of our community again. And then all those vendors that are also part of our community can now participate in Freedom Weekend if they so choose. Like now, I think it's just better for everybody. So
for sure,
we're excited about that. We're trying to work on some guest speakers.
Yeah.
We don't really have anybody lined up like for sure right now.
It's tough.
If you know anyone that would be a cool speaker that maybe you have a connection with, hit us up or like hit them up, have them hit up, have their people talk to our people.
Or any ideas. I mean, it's hard to, it's hard because I don't think guns should be political. I don't really like to make Freedom Weekend too political. Although we have like the Libertarian Party of New York, which I guess is political, but
Claudia Tenney, I mean, she's our congressperson, down in DC. Like, I'm sure she came here for, her own reasons, like campaigning or whatever, but like, she is our congressperson. Like, we are her constituents. So like, she showed up to the event, but it is tough. You get politics involved, and now it's such a
I just don't want to be like if we do get politics involved, we're not looking to like, I guess like lean support in on one way or the other. It's just like, hey, they're here. Like, I don't know.
Let's interview you about your stance on 2A.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
We own that's all we get involved with is what's your stance on firearms? What are you doing to restore our rights in New York? How are you leading that fight for us? But yeah, it's tough. I mean, we've had people over the years like want to put out the yard signs, for politics one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, other than like, the scope signs when everyone had scope signs fighting the SAFE Act.
That's different though, because it's gun related.
Exactly. Yeah, it's tough. So yeah, Freedom Weekend, we got that coming up. I
already did it, but I really botched it. You already probably saw it. But I do want to kind of tease our shirt to our live stream leaders. All 300 people.
They get a redo. It's okay.
So this is, you guys are the only, I've only blurred it. I'm not going to release it just yet. But this is the new shirt design we're looking at.
It's pretty cool.
Let me see. Yeah, hell yeah.
Whoa, look at that.
So don't screenshot that and send it to anybody. But that's definitely the new Freedom Weekend drop this year. I'm so pumped.
Is this the third year we've done an exclusive shirt?
This is the third year. The last 2 years we kind of did a similar theme. Last year we bought the first year we did it, the little 9mm guy who I love that theme.
It's always hard to.
We sold out so quick,
like before lunchtime,
and like I was like, all right, cool. Like we definitely could have sold like 2.5 times more. So I bought 2.5 times more, and if I would have bought the same amount,
last year.
Way more than last year, but we still have
quite a few. And then it's tough because like that shirt has a date on it.
Yeah,
so it's
hard to sell them. Yeah. And
but we'll put them out for sale this year. So
last year
we'll have some cool shirts from last year.
Last year got 2 new shirt designs.
That's true.
I did the biker shirt.
That's true.
Which
the biker shirt
kills.
Was one of our like overall like favorite shirts of all time. Yeah. I think this one, it's in the same vein.
I agree.
It's kind of in the same biker collection.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's biker. It's similar. You don't have to worry about getting
classic.
Beat up, I guess.
What was the Sailor Jerry?
American traditional. Yeah,
that's the style. I love it. Keen observers might notice these boxes in front of us in the foreground here. Do you want to tell that story? It's kind of cool. You were here when that happened, right?
It's the fun part about this job is like it's so cliche, but you never know what is going to walk through the door. Blah blah blah. We just got a call that like Dad was, and I'm sorry if you're listening, but we're gonna tell your story. We're not gonna name drop anybody. Basically, the call went. Dad's been gone for several years. He was a local guy in the area, and he was hyper paranoid during the Cold War and thought Russia was going to come and say hi to him. So he just bought and bought and bought. And this family had a lot of ammunition. A lot. I don't know what happened to any of the firearms. I would love to know what happened to the firearms, but I'd love to see where all the stuff was stored. They brought it to us because ammo's weird. Ammo's one of those weird things where you can't like really, you don't really want to buy because you don't know what stage it, like how it's stored. You don't want to sell it because that's a huge liability.
Yeah,
it could be
tough.
Reloads. This stuff's all factory. I mean, but again, it just feels like as a business, like as a gun shop, it doesn't feel really ethical to sell used or old ammunition because I don't want you to hurt yourself.
There's definitely like, there's people that do it. You go to the gun shows.
Yeah.
And like, this is clearly like, this is collector ammo.
Yes. You're
like,
buying this to collect, not to shoot.
I'm not right. Yeah. You're not going to go use this stuff, but yeah, I want to bring one of these up. Like,
beautiful. Just history.
these are some of the mintiest. Like, look at that box. That thing's from probably the 1950s or 60s.
I don't think they can hear you. It's probably from the 1950s or 60s.
Like, just gorgeous. And I mean, clearly this guy thought that the Russians were going to bring elephants across the Alps like he's Hannibal or something. Like, look at, like, what do you need 375 H&H for paratroopers? That's not a good.
It ain't called the Bill of Needs.
That's not good, Grandpa. No, it's. But yeah, we got just insane history. We love that. That's my favorite part. Like you were saying, like you literally just never know. Yeah. It's probably a Mossberg 500. It's probably a piece of junk, Marlin Model 60. But every 1 in 1,000, it's, a Liberator.
Something cool. Yeah.
It's a, International Harvester M1 Garand. It's stuff like this.
And not to get righteous, but I'm happy that like it comes to us because like we care for it and love it and give literally it smooches before bed.
The thing that I'm most nervous about, like I'm trying to think like a conservator almost at a museum. Like if we're going to display these, there's glass that you can buy for your cabinet that will reflect the UV light. Because like these boxes have not seen the light of day. Like I've never
seen been in an ammo can
that sharp.
I don't know API made bags back then.
Arms Preservation Inc. Your guns have two enemies, politicians and rust. We can't do much about politicians, but Arms Preservation Inc. has rust covered. API storage bags are designed to protect your firearms, ammunition, and other valuables for up to 10 years. No oils, no grease, just real protection. Unlike those cheap single-layer bags that barely last 2 or 3 years, API uses 4mm thick, dual-layer barriers that block moisture and the elements while releasing vapor corrosion inhibiting technology to create a one-of-a-kind microenvironment inside their bag, protecting your precious investments. Personally, I completely trust them. Every ammo can I use is lined with an API bag. The best part, these bags are made right here locally in Rochester with American source materials and American labor. So you're not just protecting your guns, you're supporting a quality craftsmanship and company that keeps its roots in the US while supporting your Second Amendment rights. Your guns and collectibles are valuable. Protect your investments with API. Get the best long-term firearm storage bags at apistoragebags.com or pick them up in person locally at the Firing Pin. Now back to the show.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of boxes in a similar style and a similar date, and none of them look as nice as these. Yeah, just incredible pieces. So yeah, not to sound like you said righteous or like full of ourselves, but we have, over the 10 years we've been here, we have become kind of a regional museum of sorts, and people know that, yeah, like this is just going to sit in my closet and no one's going to see it, or I can bring it here and they're going to throw it up on the walls and like everyone gets to see it.
Yeah.
And the way the new building is built, we have so many ledges and like I zoomed out, you can't see it, or zoomed in. But like this beam that's up here, we just have like 20 ammo boxes up there right now. And there's 1,000 feet worth of beams we could do that too. Like we have so much room for so many collections. I love it. The little hoarder in me is just going nuts. So any questions, make sure you leave them down below.
And like if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, subscribe, give
please.
Us some love.
Yes.
So many of you watch, but not all of you subscribe. That hurts.
It helps when you do those things.
And in order to get your subscription, I'm just gonna whip it out, man.
Do it. It's never stopped you before.
Are you good? You good if I just whip it right out?
It's nothing I haven't seen before. Let's go.
We're gonna do it right now. I'm whipping it out. Hell yeah. We're touching. I don't want to say it.
Hard steel.
Hard steel. We have a CZ Shadow 2 compact. I don't know if you've ever seen these guys. Do you want to go up and?
I already went up there. You should do it.
Oh my god, I hate you.
Throw it on the table. I mean, it's just a piece of metal.
It's just a piece of steel, man.
Thanks for the kind Facebook post, Tony. You're so sweet. You're a little sweetheart.
These guys are great.
So that's a CZ Shadow 2. Tyler said it's the first time he's ever touched a handgun.
Whoa!
Before.
Don't say that.
Zem said it's the first time they've ever. I don't know what the problem.
So, if you've ever wanted a CZ Shadow 2, you know a lot of people run those competition guns. They're super smooth. What better competition than the one?
This just came out, right?
I'd say like a half year ago ish.
First time we've
They've just been really hard to get.
Yeah.
Just like with the competition ones, I do want to say like the double action on this is stupid.
And that's good, right? That's good.
Yeah, stupid. So single action's pretty standard. Double action though, super light. They did
freaking the algorithm out right now.
Yeah,
they can't tell the depth of
that.
Is
very far.
No. Oh, we're just friends are making friends in the comment section. I love it. Super fun. Look at how safe Tyler was too with that gun handling, with that piece of metal handling. So cool.
Yeah, we have it.
It's almost like you teach classes. It's so cool.
Say that. What's up? And we have one. Actually, we have two of them. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for reminding me. I have one on the rental shelf, and I have one for sale. 1374. Sorry.
Tony wants an ASMR video with the trigger reset. Just 45 minutes of you just like slowly pulling the trigger and then resetting it.
I could definitely do some.
Slowly pulling the trigger. And it can't be like a loop of like, were you doing it for a minute and then stretched out? No, it's got to be you 45 minutes. Each one is individual.
The hard thing about CZ is the slides are always too tiny for me. So like, it's hard to like.
That is with such a low bore axis.
We're going to do the gun. Stop breathing in the mic. Double action. Ready? Slide reset.
I gotta go change. I gotta
change. Tap out.
Oh my god, that was.
Either edgy, come trying.
This is gonna have to be the cigar lounge. Hitting a cigarette after that, like, oh, just
once a week we just do gun.
All right, everybody, we're gonna just turn the volumes up.
CZ Shadow Compact 2.
Ugh. I can't read what he just said.
Jesus Christ.
I can't. Oh, good stuff. I love this community. I love this stream that we've made. It's fun. It's just fun. I remember being stressed out way back in the day. Like the first year we used to do this stream, like every week I would be like stressed for like 2 hours leading up to this. I would have like anxiety and like, what are we going to talk about? Like, we have to make a plan. We have to have like notes. We have to have like all this, whatever. It's like, no, man, like we just talk to our friends. We just talk to the people.
Let you know who we are as like people personally.
We're normal.
Then I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be your favorite. I would prefer if you used the soft A word, Jenna. Ginger, not Ginger. don't call me that, okay? And then thank you for letting me know that your dad would be so proud, but I really don't care.
That's actually a negative.
Yeah, like that's not doing what you think it's doing. It'd be cool if he could watch live, but he has to go to bed at 3.
He's asleep by 4 p.m. Oh, tucked in. This time of the year is gonna be hard when it gets so bright. I'm
Blackout
like
curtains.
my circadian, like in the winter at 4:30, it's dark. I'm in bed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down.
Dude, you fall asleep so easily. You fall asleep in the broad daylight. I have the picture.
We were hiking around all day in the sun, and we had been day drinking. Okay. And yes, I laid down and it was sunny and it was comfortable. And my feet were exposed. And I got pictures taken.
Little Jason took a picture.
What was that? What was that? Trump?
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Tone.
Oh. It is past. Yes, it is. His bedtime is very early. He acts like he works.
I love getting like 3 a.m. texts. I mean, I'm used to getting 3 a.m. texts from Dave. Not a you up text though, but like
It's been 18 years for me. But
get up, like rise and shine, fucking cupcake or whatever he says mean stuff. Jim lost audio. Jim.
Anybody else in the
Oh my gosh. Are we being hacked? Did Doge shut us down
Are we
finally?
getting swatted?
Okay. We're back.
Okay.
We almost lost you, Jim. We would have come for you.
Oh yeah, he's one of us. He's family.
Absolutely. I just can't wait for this thing to be done. This project.
2026 is going to be great.
It's gonna be. Yes.
It's going to be our year.
Yeah. There's been so many the Super Bowl hit, and I was just it would be so cool.
Dude, it's the Super Bowl party.
There's just we're gonna have so much fun. We're getting very close to opening, I think, out here. We're running out of things to do. I wish McCarl, if I sent you a picture, could you put it, or can you? Where should I send it? Just
send it to me. I can airdrop it to my laptop, and
we've been working on the front counter, and I bought from Pittsford Lumber. I bought some very nice cherry and some curly maple, and I've been working that and sanding it and getting that real nice. And
so you want to show people your wood?
I want people to see my wood. Yes.
Okay.
Hi, John. Good evening to you also. And Jenna, nothing in North Carolina. There's nothing that could be made there that I would need.
Suppressors. Bring back a suppressor.
I don't think any good ones are made there. I don't know.
But you can get them.
Yeah, but yeah, overpriced Spectrum. Amen to that. Feels good. We finally have gutters on the front side of the building, so that when you walk in and it's raining, you don't get doused with all of the rain coming off the roof. That's been fun in the springtime, and as the snow is melting, that's been a fun challenge to work around. And what else? Our contractors are plugging along. Triple O, they've been killing it.
Nope.
We've got a lot of stuff, a lot of positive stuff moving forward. The range ventilation system.
Are you ready to talk about your wood, dude?
Is working. Yeah, let's show people my wood. Let's see it. Oh, look at that. So that's some curly maple. Yeah, you like that? That was one board that we ripped in half, and then there's a what is it? General Finishes, I think General Finishes. They make a armor seal top coat that was like a urethane oil that I put on it. And I did one of those had to sand it to 320 grit, and then you put a coat on, and then you let it dry for a day, and then you got to sand it again, and you got to put another one on. It's like a 3 or 4 day process to get it to that. And then the other one, do you have the other picture too? Yeah, look at that. So that's some cherry on the right, which has got the same stuff on there. Just butter smooth. You felt them just ridiculously smooth and nice. And then that's some black walnut on the left. I bought quite a bit, probably 20 or 30 pieces of decent sized black walnut chunks like this from Bontrager's auction. like a year ago, maybe even like a year and a half ago, and I've been storing it ever since. And yeah, same thing. Like you sand that stuff down, you put this finish on it, and it just pops. It's just yeah, Tony. It's just gorgeous. The water line, we are still working. We have yet again some different contractors involved now. At some point, I will write a book, or I will do like
we'll write a video.
I will do like a full video with like dates and everything. I don't want to get into it really, but
we can't.
Yeah, there's stuff. There's stuff going on, you know,
but
on the back end. But
know that we want to be open.
Yes, yes.
It's been drama.
We should have been open already, as a lot of you know. And there was a lot of like not recovery per se, but there was a change up, and it took us some time to recover from that and get that momentum back. And like me and my wife and my old man figured out how to put gutters on, like on a commercial building. Like we've never done that before. Like, so it's just fun stuff that we're figuring out all for the first time together. The water line, we had a company lined up since literally like September that's been not happening for us. I don't know. I'm trying to choose my words very carefully. And so I don't know. I've got other companies that say they can get it done here real quick for us. So we're going to give them a chance, and we're going to see what we can do. The annoying thing is, though, we don't have to like start over, but we have to, like, the DOT and Monroe County Water are involved. So like once you pick that contractor, they submit their stuff. It's not like you're locked into them, but it's not like you can just call somebody else and have them scoot by and do it real quick, you know. And like they got to shut the road down to like a single lane road for a day or two. So it's like there's a lot of moving parts to it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. The doors are going to open. We actually are going to hopefully have the doors put on here in the next couple of days, the actual front doors. And that's going to be a really big day, I think, to have the real front doors, those garandles, the garandles, door handles.
Then can we cut the side door?
That we might have to wait a little bit for still. Yeah, that we might have to wait a little bit for. But that'll all happen. The downstairs, as far as what we can do, it's almost all done. We pretty much just have to put like the stalls up in the bathrooms, which should be here next week, and then clean it out, clean all the crap out. And upstairs, we've got one half of the barn door up. I got to do the other half of the barn door, and then kind of, you know, all we really got to do is I got some doors coming. Probably in the next 2 weeks, we'll have all the doors that we got to put in. And then it's just waiting for like the water to be hooked up and all the little connections to be made. So we're right here in the home stretch, and we can't wait. We're so excited.
And like, to be clear, like we can, as soon as all the doors are in and the water's here and we get our CFO, we could technically just operate out of the big new shop. There'll be like a pardon our dust sign, but we could theoretically operate.
Oh yeah. It'll be a lot like when we originally opened, for those of you that were around. Like there's going to be, the range will be functional, and there'll be a counter, and there'll be a few guns on the wall.
We have a lot of inventory now.
We do have a lot of inventory, so that'll be nice. But
we've never had a store this big.
Right. It's going to look very empty for a long time until we fill it back up. You know, we sat down right when the fire happened with the team, and we were like, all right, like you can have a really big building, or you can have a smaller building that's really nice, or you could have a smaller building that's full of inventory. Like you kind of have to like pick one of those paths. We can't have all of it. Like we have to use, here's the budget that we have. So like, where do we allocate it? And it was like, you know what we need is just space. We've always needed more space. We need more training room, just more space. So we put all of our chips in that bucket of let's build the biggest building that we can. And the day we open, yeah, it's going to be empty. And for a little while, it's going to be empty, but we'll build it back up like we did the first time. And hi, Jeremiah. Hi, Joe. We got friends Friends and friends and friends.
You guys missed me. Whip it out.
Whip it out again for him.
Okay.
Whip it out for the boys.
Okay, I'll get there. Don't worry.
You need some help whipping it out?
I mean,
Here, let me hold that part.
I
Flops
touched
out.
it on camera.
You've been ghosting Jeremiah?
Jeremiah,
Don't give me the heavy
Okay.
sigh, dude.
hear me out, buddy.
He's a fucking American hero, dude.
That is true. The meme you sent me was fantastic. I read it, but my brain, I do this to everybody. I will see a text come by, I will read it, and I would be like, oh, I'll respond in a minute. And then I get turned to 13 other tasks,
Yep.
and then my brain
Yep.
checked off that
Yep.
I saw your name pop in, and I thought to myself, oh, fuck, I never responded to Jared.
Ooh.
I didn't think about it until you came in.
Ooh.
Or I'll just straight up respond to you in 2 weeks from now. And having a kid
called
really
friendship.
made that worse.
It's called friendship.
Called for-
Yes, Hadrian. Yes, the inventory. We'll get there. And like Tyler said, we actually do have a lot. It's not like we have none. Like
we
when
have a
first
ton of
opened.
inventory. Like
We
you've
have a
been to the
ton.
shop, you can hardly
That-
walk.
That temporary shop is packed to the gills. We have been discussing, though, there might be, a transition period where maybe like the range is open and we'll try to get all the transfers out of here, but like the gun shop side of the house might close for like a week, maybe, just to like move everything over. And like we should probably do a full ATF audit, like an internal one, and just
We do them regularly, but
we do like, but just moving
transitioning stores,
everything
you
over.
really need to do one.
And there's like a ton of stuff that like when it came over after the fire, we like, okay, we did an inventory and we logged it away and we haven't touched it in like 2 years. So like, okay, it's all been locked up and it's like up in storage and like, we've done our basic level bed checks, I'll call
Yeah.
them, but like, it's just good to do a full inventory. And I just think it's going to take time. It's going to take a little bit of time. And I think we're going to have to, maybe, like I said, we'll keep the range open, like you said, kind of like a pardon our dust thing, hang a camo net across like the back half of the store. And like, yeah, just the front half is open or whatever. Very excited though. Very excited.
We could definitely do a mobile POS, like on a cart
For sure.
with battery hookups.
For sure. Yeah. And really just being able to use the classroom up here will be
Yeah.
huge. We've got,
Shout out to Liberty Pumps.
oh my God. Yeah. I don't know how we could ever thank Charlie Cook and his team over at Liberty Pumps enough. They've just been absolutely fantastic. If you ever need a sump pump or a macerating toilet, we got to do a whole stream just on the Ascent 2 macerating toilet. We need to get one for over here.
Yeah.
Even though we don't need one. Like,
I know what I'm getting.
just like in the studio. It's just like sitting over here next to us in the background. Fully functional.
Just there.
Like Jim, my old friend, good to see you. Or hear from you, I guess I should say. But
See you. You're
yeah,
seeing
yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, Jeremiah Milsurp. We want to definitely increase that collection, and that's always fun. I am very nostalgic for a good Milsurp shop.
Yeah.
A lot of the elders in the chat will remember a place called Tent City in Rochester. I got to go to there like once as like a tiny like 3 or 4 year old. I have like the faintest of fragments of a memory of going in there with my dad before that place closed down. There won't be a place like that again, I can assure you. But if we can even just be 1% what that is, I think this area could use it. And yeah, Tony, yeah, you're big and
Quickly
strong.
before we move on from Milsurp, it's not really talked about too much, but on our merch store, we have a little in-house collection where
What?
I have a little, I call it the Milsurp mystery box. I was going to do a couple other ones like medium and large. Pretty much all of these purchases for the Milsurp mystery box, small, you're pretty much getting a medium or large because I'm just hooking you up big time. So if you do want to get like a little surprise in the mail, you can just have it ordered. We do sell Milsurp online. It's very randomized, but
It is. Yeah. That's what I was getting at, is that's kind of the fun of Milsurp is it's almost like what was that, like Mr. Seconds or like Ollie's, right?
Yeah.
Like we get stuff in and like, yeah, we got 1,000 of these knee pads and we might never get them again, but like we have them, we have a shitload of them and they're $4 or whatever they are. Like, but Yeah. Hadrian, we do not have a date yet for opening. We will definitely
June 21st and 22nd, dude.
So that's our grand reopening for sure. Freedom Weekend, June 21st and 2nd. But we will definitely, like, the day we get our C of O, we will do a soft opening and get people in here. We'll get the range back open. We'll work out some of the bugs, and we'll have just enough time to open for Freedom Weekend fully. So super excited. Yeah, Iron Mike's, that was sad when that place closed too, because that was kind of the last decent Milsurp shop out in Canandaigua. Did you ever go to that place?
No.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Did you ever go there? Yeah, that was a pretty cool spot. I think he was a veteran. I think he had, I don't know if he did the show from there, but he had a radio show. He did do it from there, didn't he? Yeah, he had like a little studio that he made. And was it on 1180? Wham 1180? Or no, what's the other one? 92.1. There's like a conservative talk radio station, and he had a show on there. And I think it was a Second Amendment show. He had a show that was on there for a long time. But then he passed away a few years ago. I want to say maybe just before the pandemic or right around. Time is crazy now. And Wayne, thank you very much for that message. That really means a lot. I know sometimes, we get kind of lost in the trenches of the day to day, and obviously everything's important to you, but sometimes I do, like, hey man, like, we're just a business, like, we're no different than any other business out there. Like, we're not a charity, we're not special, we're nothing like that. But then you get messages, like that, and it helps. It helps. I think we try to do our best for the community, and I think people can see that.
Because nobody, like, it just sucks that the Second Amendment community is so, like, it's not small, but the pilot light is on, and that's all there really is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's how it feels behind here in Enemy Lines in New York. So I don't know. We're just kind of that place that tries to fan it.
I had a moment, you talk about this often, about how you'll be someplace and you'll be talking to someone, and then it just kind of leads into like, oh, well, like, what do you do? And sometimes you like don't want to bring it up. And I generally, I don't give a fuck generally.
Yeah.
But I was it was Pittsford Lumber. I was at Pittsford Lumber, and I'm talking to the guy there. Yeah. And like, I don't know. He brought it up, like, what are you working on? And I told him, and then he didn't really give me like any kind of reaction, like positive or negative, and just like, okay, like, cool. Like, you're a customer of mine. Like, you're buying wood to work on your project. Kind of like, I don't care. Right. Yeah. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I had him, we don't have a joiner. I know you know all about this, but for those that don't, we don't have a joiner. So I had them do the one side. So it's nice and square. Obviously. Yeah.
I know what that is.
And so he's like, all right, you can pick him up. Like, I don't know. I was there on like a Wednesday, and he's like, you can pick him up on Monday. Well, then he called me on Friday, and he was like, hey, like, your wood's all done. And I was like, oh, like, that was fast. And he's like, yeah, I went on your website. And I was like, okay, well, at least you were interested about us. So like, that's probably good. And he's like, yeah, I loved how that one lady or somebody left a review and you guys like responded to them. He saw the one where they gave us like a 3-star review because we had the fire, and like we gave them like a snarky reply and like put them on blast. He's like, yeah, I love that. Like, I hate like customers that are just, like, sometimes you gotta put them on blast. And he's like, I just love, then he starts going into how much he loves guns and all this other stuff he has. And yeah. So, but I don't know why I haven't had that feeling in a long time, but I had that like nervousness of not like, I just own a store.
Yeah.
Like, I just was going to be very generic about it, but I was like, no, like, I'm a firing pin. Like, it's a gun shop. Like, we're shooting range.
Back when, before I was married or knew my wife, I'm very happy I found a pretty based lady that doesn't mind what I do.
Yes.
But like, or just like even today, like if we go to like a wedding or something, and there's some people across that ask, oh, what do you do? My default response is I run background checks. Oh, interesting. Like, that's I can't tell you for who, but I run background checks. That's it.
That's what I do. Like, okay.
Well. Please don't press any further. And then there was this doctor at a wedding once. We're at this wedding, and his date was like a nurse practitioner, and he was a doctor. And he goes, what do you do? And I go, oh, I run background checks. And he presses it and he goes, what do you mean you run background checks? And I'm like, my wife thinks what I do is cool. She's like, he actually sells firearms. And he goes, oh, like to school shooters? And I don't want to say what I said to a response. I'm like, no, I specifically people that are targeting hospitals. And he shut up. He did not know what to say. And my wife just looked at me like, are you
why did you say that?
It was a joke, obviously a joke, but yeah, I don't really like to disclose.
The intrusive thoughts, man. Sometimes they win. And you gotta
fuck you. He was a Marine. He passed suddenly from a heart attack. That was
Iron Mike.
Iron Mike.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Hadrian, do you remember when that was? It was not that long ago, but maybe my memory. I don't know. I feel like COVID was just yesterday too. Like 2020 was just
5 years,
half a decade. It's fucking wild.
5 years, like this week.
Wild. Do you run background checks or do you check on people?
¿Por qué no lo dos?
I don't run anywhere, as you can tell. I don't really do much.
I run to the fridge, bro.
Really, yeah.
I run to Fridays in the fridge.
I hear the chips bag open. I run a little bit.
It's more like scatter. Like.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We've had a lot of people coming down to shoot machine guns lately. Makes me happy.
So cool.
Makes me happy. Leave us a comment down below what machine gun we should buy or build.
We'll probably do it.
We should. We really should. We need more.
Yeah. Tell us what machine gun to get and we'll probably do it.
We should try to do some type of like, I don't know, some type of like membership.
Tickets and like you drop it into a bucket and whatever bucket has.
Or I was thinking like some type of like membership or something where like you pay $50 a month or something like that. And we do like a machine gun day and you can come out that day and like, all you got to pay for is ammo if you're in that club. And we just pick one machine gun and maybe that like you're helping fund that basically like purchase of that machine gun. And then, you know,
or just like everybody with a diamond membership.
There's like a certain set member, like there's 100 machine gun club members and that's it.
Hadrian goes bullpup machine gun. It sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
It scares me.
So what, like a fucking L85? Like, some of those, yeah, like a saw, right? A 249. Like we can buy all day. I could go on 3 different distributors right now and have a semi-auto one next week, you know.
Hates money.
But it's tough. Like I don't know personally what needs to be done.
It's hard to do the reverse.
What like to convert it. And like we're legal. We can do it. Like so if any of you little sneaky devils out there know how to do it, like chat with us. It's not operational yet, but we do have a Bridgeport that we're going to get operational here soon. An H-car would be cool. That would be fun to have like a BAR. He says it again with a ton of exclamation marks. An H-car would be cool. And some of those modern ones, we could, in theory, ask the Genesee County Sheriffs or some other local departments, which kind of terrifies me that this is allowed. But like, you could go to them and say like, hey, do you guys want to demo an H-car or a Ma-Deuce or a saw for police use? And they could like on letterhead request like, yes, we would like to demo a Ma-Deuce in case we need that for, you know, community policing. And then we could buy one like from the factory, whoever's making those now, like besides Ohio Ordnance. Same with the H-car. Like we just buy one of those full auto and then it's our demo gun. That's basically your choices. We are licensed to be a manufacturer. So we could make whatever we want. We could take stock AR-15s, drill that third hole, put the parts in. We send a form to the ATF, like fully legal. We could do it all day long.
Law letter.
But yeah, those types of guns, we would need a law letter if we're going to buy basically someone else's gun that they're doing it. Even when we bought guns, we had a huge deal with the Steuben County Sheriff like fall through because we couldn't get an agency to write a demo letter to get their guns. And just super annoying that we couldn't make that happen. But them's the rules.
Abolish the ATF.
Maybe not much longer. Yeah, for real. Ahmed asks, when are we going to open, Ty?
Probably like 2032. Goal is by the time my baby gets to college.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
I'd like Mallory's first words to be "Welcome to the firing pit."
I keep her like really dumb. Like, she's not allowed to learn how to speak.
She's like 3. She hasn't talked
She's
yet.
like 13.
Jesus.
The firing pit opens.
Jesus. There's a very funny meme, which this makes great television and radio because I'm not even going to show it to you. I've had like 3 different people send me a meme. Did Jeremiah send it to you? The rifle range?
Yeah,
the Braille
that's what I ghosted him on.
That's what you're talking about? Yeah. I had several people send me that we need to do that.
So we have to do it.
We have to do it. I have no problem with our blind brothers and sisters having firearms. Like, everyone has the right to self-defense. Full stop.
They should invent it can go into, maybe there's a speaker on the gun and it goes, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. So it's like an audio.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like echolocation. Like, it's just like just emitting like the whole time. Like,
nope.
Yep, there he is.
But no, like audio cues on when to take it.
You know, like there's an app you can volunteer for where they're like shopping. They're like, can you show me like which one's the milk? Like, okay, bring your hand up higher. Like, yep, that's the milk, like with the best date on it or whatever. And you can cool. like someone like Skypes you or whatever. So like your gun sight, same thing. Like you draw your pistol and then it just like it Skypes with someone. Yeah. Like
it's Skype.
Little up, little more, little down, shit.
Fucking zoom.
Shoot.
We need to make that app.
What were wasn't Tesla like lying about their self-driving and it was someone like in India or whatever? Amazon self-driving cars. Yeah.
That was, and wasn't that like some company, didn't they do that with self-checkout? Like they just said you can just put it on the conveyor belt and it'll auto check you out and bill you later.
And it was someone in India or whatever like doing it. That's wild.
They got so backlogged.
That's wild. I don't know if it was like that, but I used the system. I think it was at a speedway in Pennsylvania going to pick up Army surplus. Actually, one time I went to a speedway at like 4 or 5 in the morning in rural PA, right off the highway. And I walk in there and there's not a soul like anywhere. There's no one at the cash register. Like there's no one, like I don't hear them stocking shelves. Like there's like no one. And then I'm like, all right, what do I do? And then I head over to the checkout area and they just had these like platforms with a camera. It looked like an overhead projector from back in the day in school. And yeah, it was just like place all your items with the barcode up on the platform. And then I did. And then it was like, push this button once all your things are here. And I pushed it. And then it was just like, your total's $14. And I was like, oh, cool. And then I just took my shit and I left. Like
coming to a TFP near you.
There was no one there.
That's why it's been taking so long. We're just trying to get all this whole systems in place.
We're training the robots now. Yep. Seen the videos of like the Boston Dynamics where they're just like pushing them. We're just doing that all day. Beating the shit out of them. Like,
well, you had a fire and you suck now.
The robot's called Morpheus.
Just beat it. Just
kick it.
Just verbally abuse the robots.
Yeah. Brian's complaining too much. We can't do it to him anymore. I know, dude.
Rolls eyes for those listening at home.
Think about, all right, before like 1913 or whatever it was. Think about how sweet it was being like you own that shirt factory. You could just lock the people in it. Like that had to have been cool. Like that, those were the days of like owning a business. Like
that's the America we need to
get in there, kids. Like get your little fingers in my loom and get the fucking thing back.
The children yearn for the mines.
Jim says the second floor bunk rooms at the Hudson Ave Firehouse are labeled in Braille. That's great. That's great. I mean, hey, you'd have one of the guys holding the hose be blind or whatever. I don't know.
I'm all for it.
You put him on the hydrant, like turn the hydrant on. What are you going to see for that? You feel the fire. The fire's there. And colder, hotter, like, right? Jesus Christ. I don't know.
All right, dude.
I'm just saying that, like,
you were going to get canceled for showing
anyone could be a fireman or a fire person. Anyone can be a fire zen. If I have to use the self-checkout, I demand a 10% employee discount.
I agree. And a W-2.
I like the self-checkout because I don't like the stairs. let me buy my cucumbers and Crisco. Like, don't judge me. Why the judgment? I just don't need it. I want to buy my items and I want to get home and use them, eat them. I just want to go home.
Confirming so many things.
There's no teller to check you out. How can you rob the place? Yeah, I guess you could only burgle a place like that. Crazy. All right. Well, this is a fun stream.
Yeah. You'll be able to walk in here in a few years. Well,
someday. I kind of like the plywood door, honestly.
Plywood door kind of goes hard.
It has a little, certain panache.
I do enjoy all the fire hydrants in here. Or not, sorry.
I went over to it's not called Churchville.
Extinguishers.
It's not called Churchville Fire anymore.
Yeah.
I went over to Churchville Fire and I was just like, I had an old one that was like 2 years out of date. And I was like, I need literally a dozen more of these. And he's like, a dozen? And I was like, yeah. So I bought a dozen and I brought them back. And we need like 6. If we want one like in every room, kind of, we need like 6 more.
Yeah.
Not that we have that many rooms, but like, I don't know.
There should be like 3 in the back.
The member lounge has like 2, you know what I mean? And like downstairs has 2 or 3 spread out. And I got like one at the top of the stairs and I got one over here. And
you get an 80.
Yeah. I was looking into them. Yeah. I think we need one.
You probably get $1,000 for an 80.
I think we need one. There was someone that we knew that could get us like refurbished ones that were like warranty, like recalibrated, like same with the fire.
I know what you're saying. You don't have to like I don't like it. Like, oh shit, sorry, it's fucking factory refurbished.
Open box on Amazon. You go to open the AED machine and instead of like the sticky pads, it's just rocks. It's just whatever. Yeah. Damn it.
I knew I should have spent the extra 100.
Oh, Hadrian, Redneck Chic. Wait till you see the bathrooms upstairs.
I love it.
They're nice. We did that like galvanized roofing around the like first 4 feet. Got a nice wood trim to it. It looks sharp. I think we're gonna get voted the #1 best public bathroom in Genesee County. That's like the whole goal of this has been.
Malachi, you know who built this place. Don't put your weight on the building like that.
Don, thank you very much. And I can't wait to show you the whole thing and give a tour in here. And
all 4 inches.
I can't wait.
All
can't wait.
8,000 square feet.
We have a few. That's something like that. Some of it I can't show you.
How many square feet is it down? I ask you this like every week, I feel.
So the downstairs is 6,000 square feet. Upstairs is just under 4,000 square feet. So this part of the building is about 10,000 square feet. The range is about 2,500. And then the back room is about 3,500. So it's about 16,000 square feet, the whole place. So it's significantly bigger. It's about double the size overall from the old building. The retail side is like triple the size.
Yeah.
Just the way the numbers worked out. The classroom, I mean, we used to have one 20-person classroom, and now we have like a solid 40 to 50-person classroom, and then another one that you could probably fit a good 10 people in here. And then the other room, you could probably fit 15-ish in. So it's tons of opportunities. We're so excited. There are some Girl Scout cookies left. I think the Girl Scouts will be out tomorrow afternoon, they were talking. And I think this weekend we bought a couple boxes of cookies. This is her first year. This is Ari's first year doing Girl Scout cookies. So I didn't have like a point of reference. So I may have ordered like 400 cookies. So we have some cookies to sell, or we owe some money to the Girl Scouts of Western New York, and I don't want to do that. So yes, I'll post about that again, but they came out. I think she sold like 100. I think it was like 110 boxes last weekend when she was here, which was awesome. Ahmed asks if the range is bigger. It is not, unfortunately. That was the one part of the building that was saved from the fire. So,
and like arguably the most expensive to build. So
yeah.
So the range is not bigger, but it is considerably more upgraded. When we built this place in 2014, I'm not saying lead safety wasn't like cared about or talked about, but it really wasn't like super talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And just in the last like 4 or 5 years, like lead safety has blown up in the industry. So, I don't know. The ventilation system we have is so upgraded and so designed to keep you as a shooter safe from exposure and shooting.
The materials that we used in the original range, just nobody really talked about that kind of stuff. Nobody really knew about some of that stuff. It just wasn't talked about as much. So the materials that we have now, much safer, a lot less porous, a lot easier to clean. And just we have a nice modern look to it. I really like it. The old range looked fine, I think. This one is going to look pretty cool. It's going to look pretty cool. Pretty cool. Adrian has a great question. Are we going to keep the Porta-John around for nostalgia? Tyler has, I don't know. I think that the Porta-John is like Stockholm Syndroming you. I think it's
actually my screensaver.
You're just going to be like,
door open
for the next, like, it's going to take 2 years to unlearn you not to go outside to go to the bathroom. You're just going to be like in the store and like, all right, I got to go to the bathroom. And you're going to just walk out the front door.
You know me. I like to pee outside anyways.
Yeah, we know. There's some soil around here. Like, you need to pick a different spot. The soil can only do so much in one spot.
So
it legitimately smells.
There's a cinder block.
There was.
In the back.
There was.
Hold on. There's a cinder block in the back that I would always go pee on, right? And then one day it's real cold and I pee and I see this, like, I always try to fill it because it's cold, real fun. Haha, let's fill the cinder block with pee. One day I notice it's actually full of piss. And I just kind of like gum to the guys. I'm like, so it's like, anybody else pee in the cinder block? And just everybody else just pees on the same cinder. We just didn't even know we're all just peeing on the cinder block. And then it disappeared. So somebody grabbed the cinder block and moved it.
Awkward. Jeremiah says it's not the size of your range, it's how you use it.
That's what you say, but like, what if I have both going against me?
Don't know how to use it. Ahmed, we will be open in 2032, but we will also be open much sooner than that. We
2031
plan. Shut up. Our grand reopening is scheduled for June 21st and 22nd. So we hope to be open significantly sooner than that. You're familiar with like a soft opening. That's what I usually have to offer.
Shout out to our sponsors at Blue Chew.
Our actual sponsors do sell a blue product that we should probably talk about.
We'll plug them. I mean, Arms Preservation Inc. But the audience already heard it.
1, 2, 3. Huh!
I plug it now. Like I have a voiceover. Like it's an actual ad now.
Oh, but the live viewers, all 15,000 of them, aren't seeing it.
They already got it. It's good. Don't worry about it.
How?
Just keep talking. What were you saying before?
Ahmed is saying that everyone's dying without our range, and I hear it. I hear it all over town. I hear it. Yeah, I hear you, brother. We're getting it. We're getting it. It's coming. It's coming.
Trust me, I want it. I definitely. This has been the best 2 years of my life in a garage. Where I get yelled at for having a book bag.
It really, that's super annoying. It is, it has helped us grow. I appreciate the growth opportunity.
Apart. No, it's helped us grow. It's I don't know if it's
made us better people.
Either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become angry and grumpy.
I just like the scene from Fury Road on the tank, like, best job I ever had.
Best job I ever had.
Just had a loaded gun pointed at me, like,
in a fucking garage.
Someone who doesn't speak English, like,
in
Best
a
job I
garage.
ever had.
Better if in like in a nice facility.
It will be nicer. Yeah. The plants really is what it is.
Fig tree.
I mean, you weren't around trees all day, and now look at you. It just makes you you're more centered. I can see it. I can
Picture really does.
can feel your chakra.
Picture.
Thomas Jefferson for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Thanks for a great stream. Thank you
Best
for
job ever.
being a great customer.
Thank you for being a friend.
Okay. Bye. See you next Thursday.
Bye.